How far would you go for the person you love? Would you give up your life for theirs? Or would you take the life of someone innocent? Murder was the answer in today's case, when a 17 and 33-year-old Ohio couple decided death was the answer to their problems. This is the selfish case of Caitlyn Coones. All things aside, Kaitlyn was your typical teenager with hopes and dreams. Despite being in foster care, her life was normal. This was until 3 years ago, when she met 31-year-old fugitive Jonathan Jones. Kaitlyn was just 15 years old when this predator began communicating with her. It was also around this time when her behaviour began to spiral out of control. Kaitlyn was known to frequently run away from foster care. On one occasion in 2020, Kaitlyn left the foster home in Cleveland and was reported missing by staff. Police went searching for the teenager, who was found with Jonathan at his mother's house in Toledo. With Jonathan being 33 at the time, he was arrested and charged with child endangerment. He was required to wear a GPS monitoring device, to have zero contact with Kaitlyn, and appear in court that month, which he completely failed to do. Despite the court order, their relationship secretly carried on until the 18th of May 2023, when Kaitlyn ran away from the foster home in Canton. This was reported to the police, and after several days, they put her down as a missing person. The police feared that she was kidnapped by the now wanted Jonathan. The supposed kidnap was actually a vicious plan made by the two to finally kill Jonathan's mother, Nicola, who was against the relationship. Kaitlyn got Jonathan to pick her up at a restaurant near the foster home. Jonathan arrived, and they got into his car and drove to Toledo to his mother's house. They pulled up to the house, and Kaitlyn climbed through the bedroom window. Nicola wasn't aware Kaitlyn was in the house. Little did Nicola know, these would be her final hours alive. Nicola was talking to Jonathan around ending the so-called relationship with Kaitlyn. By this point, Kaitlyn was furious at the situation and gave Jonathan 5 hours to kill his own mother, or it's over for the two. 5 hours went by and Jonathan did not go ahead with the plan. Kaitlyn was growing frustrated and gave him 1 more hour to go and kill his own mother. After the hour passed and no action was taken, Kaitlyn decided to take matters into her own hands. While Jonathan was in the living room, Kaitlyn went outside to retrieve a large rock. She crawled back through the bedroom window and made her way into the kitchen. On April 11th, Nicola stood in her kitchen, facing the refrigerator. Kaitlyn appeared behind her, lifting the rock above her head, then began repeatedly striking her in the head and face. As Nicola lay unconscious on the floor, Kaitlyn got on top of her and strangled Nicola until she sadly passed away. Imagine being in the living room, being fully aware of what is about to happen to your own mother, listening to the repeated blows to the head at the hands of a 17-year-old. After the murder, Kaitlyn and Jonathan were captured on CCTV at a local store, buying a tarp, trash bags and cleaning supplies to clear up the crime scene. They drove back to Toledo and wrapped Nicola up in the tarp. They threw her body in the trunk of the car and made their way to a sports complex. This is where they disposed the body, in a waste container. Police have stated that the body will likely never be recovered. The two left the complex and started heading towards Arizona, where Kaitlyn sent a text message to a group nurse, stating that she has just killed 2 people, sparking a nationwide manhunt. With the growing concern and mention of murder, the police feared something had happened to Nicola. They performed a welfare check on the 5th of May 2023, and after searching the house, they were unable to locate Nicola. They reported her as missing on the 11th of May 2023, after there was no sign of her. With the support of investigators and the FBI, they received a tip that they were last seen in Arizona. The teams then used the GPS monitoring device, which gave a location in the municipality of Oyamada in the state of Chihuahua in Mexico, where they were arrested. The two were brought back, and Jonathan pleaded guilty to the Pryorwood County case and was sentenced to 4 years in prison. This was for endangering a child, sex with a minor, explicit photos of a minor, and failure to appear in court. He also has further charges pending the murder trial. Prosecutors in Lucas County, Ohio, have decided to charge Kaitlyn as an adult for aggravated murder, tampering with evidence and abuse of a corpse. Kaitlyn had recently confessed to the FBI around her involvement in the murder. She went into great detail, and the times matched perfectly with the GPS on their phones, making her the lead suspect. In August, Kaitlyn's defense attorney, Anna Barones, claimed that Kaitlyn is a victim and could not have physically committed the murder by herself. She also brought up the defense of the zero contact being broken by Jonathan and how she believes that Kaitlyn is covering for him. Nicola had many years left to live, despite everything that was going on with her son. She still gave him a place to call home, truly demonstrating how caring she really was, all to be destroyed by the very person she was trying to protect. Thank you for watching today's video. We aim to upload 3 to 4 times per week. Remember to like and subscribe to see future videos. Also, what's your thoughts on this ongoing case? Do you think Kaitlyn is covering for Jonathan? Do you think a 17-year-old is capable of murder?